And another one bites the dust, so to speak. This video is brought to you via the Doctrine of Fair Use, the Fair Dealing, and we're also covered under the Digital Millennium Act. That's Emma Raducanu, one of the most popular players on tour, one of the biggest draws of this tennis generation. And she just shut it down, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. After suffering that foot injury in Seoul, Korea against Dasha, who, by the way, look, I'm on the record several years ago stating I don't think Emma Raducanu will ever beat Dasha. She just pushes a grueling pace. And by the way, congratulations on the title at Ningbo. She pushes a grueling pace. Her footwork's amazing. She's a great shot maker between the lines. Her stamina and mental toughness is just unmatched. But Emma Raducanu's big time, and she was under a lot of heat, criticism. That's right. On this very own channel, I covered the match because she had to withdraw from that match due to a foot injury. But a lot of people were saying, I don't know, I think it was due to Dasha's just amazing play, because while they were wrapping up the match, you know, shaking hands with the chair umpire, Emma Raducanu kind of, you know, informed Dasha she had to retire, but yet smiling on her face. And one subscriber even pointed out it seemed like she just didn't take it serious, and it didn't seem like she was really in pain. Listen, my opinion on that is people handle pain differently. And look, you know, this is me having competed for so long. I tore my Achilles one time. I was in such pain, but you would have never known because I was still having normal conversations. So I don't want to really gauge her friendliness and just, you know, her that beautiful aura she has, that spirit about her. You know, I don't want to kind of judge how injured she is based on her demeanor, because she's just a sweet woman. But a lot of fans didn't like that, you know, because she once again retired from a big time match. And yeah, she withdraws from the Hong Kong Open. That's right, guys. She will not, the last WTA 500 event of the year, so to speak, you know, with the exception of the WTA finals in Saudi Arabia. This was the last biggest tournament on the schedule, and she is out. Now, in terms of her season, look, pretty decent season. I mean, 20-13. This is her best season since, of course, 2021, the year she won the U.S. Open, ladies and gentlemen. 9-8 on hard, 7-3 on grass. The big tournament this year was SW19, but she had some notable wins. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Buskova in Abu Dhabi. She, you know, that was a huge win. A good defensive player. Emma Raducanu found a way to defeat her. Caroline Garcia in the Billie Jean King Cup in April. That went 3, but the last set, we saw Emma really come on strong, 6-2. Linda Nosova at Stuttgart. That's right. She actually served up a bagel in that first set. A lot of people thought that Linda just wasn't up for the match or the challenge. Eastbourne, we saw this match here I covered. We saw Emma Raducanu take out big game Jessie P and Sloane Stephens in the same tournament. But the big tournament this year, SW19, the Jordan Fist Pumps, where Emma would make it to the round of 16. Look, she took out some tough competition. Elisa Mertens, Zachary. Now, the tough match there was against Lulu Sanfo, where she would take out Emma Raducanu as the underdog. But my personal opinion, look, I think Emma's a huge draw for the sport. I love covering her matches. Just get healthy, young lady. She's going to be 22 years old in a couple weeks, you know, a couple years older than Coco. Get healthy and come back next year. And we just want to see you. We just want to see you play. But you have to make sure you're healthy. A healthy Emma Raducanu can go deep in any tournament. It's that simple. She's too good. She's just skilled. She's a skilled player. That simple. And another player that had to recently shut it down, Osaka, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Again, withdrawing from the Hong Kong tournament. Now, she did make an announcement that she was going to play this tournament along with Emma Raducanu, but the reality here is the back issue, that match with Coco, it's still bothering her, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. At the China Open, this was the coverage here. I covered the match. She literally was up a set and a break. All she had to do was hold on and serve this match out. She would have beat Coco, and look, that would have ruined history right there, right? Coco's second Master 1000 title. Coco's 70 wins on the Master level, the most in the Open era. None of that would have happened if it wasn't for the back injury. And look, I'm going to be completely transparent with you. I've had back injuries. They're tough, and a lot of the times it's blood flow, and there's a lot of stretching. There's literally a lot of self-care starting in the morning, midday, at night. But I'm not sure the details or the extent of her back injury, but a back injury is not an injury you want. I mean, it's right there along with your core. If you can't bend, if you can't move that back, you can't compete. So I knew she would not play this tournament. If you have a back injury that's that serious that you had to withdraw literally a couple weeks ago, right? It's not going to heal that quick. It takes time to heal a back injury. And she issued a message to her fans, to her fans. Osaka, such a sweet, classy act. Again, she said, verbally, she stated, she's very disappointed, that she had to withdraw from the Hong Kong Open, essentially the Prudential Hong Kong Tennis Open. She loves visiting the tournament, and despite not being able to play, she will still visit the grounds. That's right. So seeing Osaka walk the grounds, big time. And of course, we all know the couple of years ago when Coco was dominating the U.S. Open, Osaka showed up for support, and she likes to sit like way up in the stands like a, normal spectator. So I love that about her. She's so sweet. Osaka, come back, okay? The 22 wins this season, it's the most wins. She's 22-18 on the year. She's shutting it down. The most wins she had since the 2019 season, her second highest win total of her career, right? Where she went, I think she went like 40-11 or something like that. She won 3 titles that year, the most titles she's won in any given calendar year. We saw her win Beijing, right? She loves the stretch of the tour. We saw her, of course, win Osaka, that tournament, but she also won the Australian Open, right? So nonetheless, Osaka, get healthy. It's tough because she has a new coach, It's a setback. But again, I think it's a setback for a major comeback. She's too good of a player. She's too technical. She's very clean when it comes to her tennis style. I just hope she gets her conditioning, because I think that's the only thing preventing her. I think Patrick is going to bring the mental toughness. He's going to get her to where she's competing mentally. She has the skills. She just needs to get her rhythm, her form, and her timing, and she's going to take over. And again, beautiful moment between these two ladies. But I also want to talk about the new rule change. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The International Tennis Federation has issued coaching will be allowed officially 2025. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I've always stated, I think on the junior level, let the players problem solve, right? Because on the junior level, there's a big difference in resources. If you're big time, you're going to have huge sponsors. That's going to bring the best coaches. That can really change the course of a game, right? And I just think to make the junior level a more fair playing field, I think coaching should not be allowed on the junior level. Let the ladies problem solve and let their abilities help propel their career versus adults and money and sponsors. On the professional level, however, if you're good enough, if you're fortunate to make it to the professional level, you're an adult. And we all know any adult, and we're going to talk about professional leagues that generate tons of revenue. Players hire coaches, teams hire coaches, organizations hire coaches. You pay your coach to help better you, to help win games. On the professional level, coaching should be allowed. That's the incentive of going out and getting a good coach, working hard on your craft and your skill, getting enough money, doing your best as a professional so you can hire the right coach to help guide your career. During a match, tennis is one of the few sports where it's just so fast paced. And if you need help, you should be able to go to your coach. So, yes, coaching will be allowed in the 2025 season. But again, there will be some exceptions. It has to be brief and discreet, right? Except during breaks in play. Team captains will also be able to give advice. However, ladies and gentlemen, and look, and we go back to the previous WTA final championships in Australia, in China, where coaching was allowed. They have a timeout or a break, a changeover. The coach would come down and give advice, and we could hear what the coach would say on TV, the types of advice. I've covered many matches where coaches on camera giving advice, giving their expertise. That's why, look, give the coaches the spotlight as well. Look at Wim Fissette. The amount of talent that he has helped propel to the next level of their career, he doesn't get enough credit for that. Give these coaches their spotlight. And I just think having the microphones live picked up, these coaches giving that great advice, it's going to propel the sport forward. This is why these ladies hire coaches, right? For the advice. They should be allowed to help their player win matches on the professional level, without a doubt. However, there will be exceptions, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. In terms of coaching, it will come down to the tournament. So the tournament will have the overall jurisdiction on whether or not they allow coaching. So again, more politics interfering with this new rule by the ITF. But I think it's great, guys. Unfortunate for Emma Raducanu and Osaka. Get rest, get healthy. Let's look forward to a great 25 season. Two of the biggest stars on tour. Take your time and recover. Coaching allowed 25 season. What do you guys think? Comment below. Tennis in a minute. Stay tuned for more tennis coverage. We'll be back.